times we're waiting for this answer to a prayer that we've been praying for a long time. And there's a part of us that feels like we can't live until that's taken care of. Like we literally feel like I'll be okay once this happens. But that's not the example that we see in Exodus. So you talked about the story of Moses and the Israelites. So let me set up the scene. As Moses and the Israelites are leaving Egypt, so God has sent Moses the deliverer to rescue the Israelites from slavery to Egypt. He's taking them away from Egypt. As they are approaching the Red Sea, all of a sudden, the Egyptian Pharaoh and all of his armies have decided to chase after the Israelites because they wanted their slaves back, basically. Mm-hmm. So Moses and the Israelites are standing sandwiched between a Red Sea, which was running at flood stage, which means it was a huge ocean they could not cross, basically, a sea, right? They could not walk into the water or they would have drowned. But behind them is Pharaoh and his Egyptian armies who have their chariots and they are warriors and soldiers and all this. The Israelites have been enslaved for 400 years. So you can imagine their physical condition, right? So they are no match for this army and they're no match for the sea. And they start to panic. I mean, they literally say, really, God, I thought you were here to deliver us and you're going to bring us into this situation. And let me just tell you, I resonate with that. Like, really, God, one more hard thing? Are you kidding me?
Yes.
You know, you bring me through this nightmare, this slavery situation, and then you put me in a worse situation. That makes no sense. What are you doing? And in that moment, God speaks to the Israelites as they're sandwiched between two really, really hard things, impossible things. Moses, this is Exodus 13 or Exodus 14, verse 13. Moses answered the people, do not be afraid, stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. The Egyptians you see today, you will never see again. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. One of my favorite verses, Exodus 14:14. The Lord will fight for you. You need to only be still.
Wow.
But then God goes on, and the Lord said to Moses, why are you crying out to me? Tell the Israelites to move. All right, so I read that. First time I read that, I'm like, hold on a second. He tells them to be still, and then he tells them to move. What is that?
Right, they're opposites, yes.
And it sounds like God is talking out of both sides of his mouth. Well, I mean, really, what do you want them to do, God? You're asking them to move, and you're asking them to be still. Until I dug a little bit deeper into the meaning of the phrase, be still. The Lord himself will fight for you. You need to only be still. Be still wasn't a lack of movement as much as it was a groundedness of spirit. Okay? He was telling them, the Lord will fight for you. Stop being frantic and running all over the place. Stop panicking. Get grounded in the fact that the Lord himself will fight for you. Then move forward. Take the next step. You may not know what the outcome will be. You may even not know how the outcome will be delivered. Get grounded in the reality of the fact that the Lord is your deliverer. He is the one who fights for you. Then from that place of groundedness, from internal stillness of spirit, where you are confident in the Lord's presence and goodness and provision, then take the next step forward. So this is really important for us, because for those of us that think, I can't be okay until God answers this prayer over here, God is saying, move. Keep living. Keep moving forward. Don't stop living. Keep praying. Keep turning to me for deliverance, but keep moving. Your life is continuing, right? And to the person who is frantically running around trying to control their lives, he's saying, be still. The Lord himself fights for you. Be still. Now move. This is such a beautiful way to view the believers, the Jesus followers' walk of faith from birth till death.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
We will have Egyptian armies. We will have Red Seas. We will have obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. Get grounded. The Lord himself will fight for you. He is with you. Now move. Live. Trust him. Live. It's like Hebrews 11:1. Faith is the certainty of what we hope for and the confidence in what we've not yet seen. That's that internal certainty and confidence as we live out this life of faith.